With us now is Dr. Amanda, and I just made a confession to her. We're going to be talking about our eyes. Welcome to the show. How are you?
Good. Thank you for having me.
So I'm going to tell you what I just said, and you can make the same reaction if you want. I said, Dr. Amanda, I said, one of the problems I have is that I fall asleep with my contact lenses in. No.
Terrible.
I know,
Terrible. My jaw dropped.
Your jaw did drop. You went, I was like, uh-oh, I guess it really is bad. I have had the occasion to go to the eye doctor where they have said to me, wow, they're like, you're really lucky. And they're like, the scarring that you have from sleeping with your contact lenses has not affected your vision because it's around the area instead of directly over
Directly
it.
in the center, yep.
It would be bad, right? If that happened to me.
Unfortunately, yeah, like sleeping in contact lenses, soft contact lenses, as well as some hard ones can cause infections, sight-threatening ones. If we do get scarring, bacteria can start growing on the eye, causing nasty things. So
It's not good.
It's not good, but
Okay.
Thankfully for you, it's not in the center of the
And
vision.
sometimes I do a really bad thing with my eyes, and that is I sleep with my eye makeup on and my contacts. I know, Dr. Amanda, I'm sorry. I am sorry. But if I can confess this, I know other people have that issue too.
Absolutely.
So let's scare them into not having that happen anymore. Bad things can happen, right? So bacteria, scarring, and then you're going to ruin your eyes.
Or sight-threatening issues as
Okay.
well. So people just think, okay, what's the big deal? I'll get an infection, take some antibiotics, and it'll go away. Some infections can be extremely nasty. They can affect the vision to the point of vision loss in that eye. So that's why we never really want to sleep in the contact lenses that our eye doctors tell us not to sleep in.
Yes.
But we will be discussing also a type of contact lens that you can sleep in.
Okay. So they do have a product for those of us that are just like, the other nice thing though is when I put, my head on my pillow, I'm like, I'm out. Like I am an easy sleeper, and a
Yeah.
lot of times people aren't. But you could take out your contact lenses, or you could have a product where you could sleep in them,
Exactly.
but never sleep in the ones you're not supposed to.
Exactly, yes.
Got it.
I tell my patients it's also important to, to prevent sleeping in the contact lenses. When you get home at the end of the day and that's it, like you're just relaxing in your own space, take the contacts out, put your glasses on.
Oh, Dr. Amanda, guess where my glasses are?
And
Oh, so we're in my
Nowhere.
garage. Yeah, like I don't know. I do have a really nice Prada frames that I do like, and I'm just joking. I did find them the other day.
Yeah.
But you're right. I should have them in like a little area, and I should have a protocol for that.
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm going to make you a promise, which I don't promise people things often. I promise you after today, I will make a protocol for my vision. Does that make you feel good?
Yes, it does.
Okay, I'm going to do that. Okay, so an annual eye exam, just like when we go to the dentist, like you also need to
Exactly.
get your eyes checked.
Yes.
People don't get their eyes checked until they can't see.
Yep.
Like, I can't see the back of my credit card anymore, right?
Yep.
So you're saying annual.
Dentistry has done a good job with, kind of telling people, get your teeth checked every 6 months or every year. And people know about this. They're consistent with it. And everyone knows to go to their primary care doctor, get blood work, make sure your body is nice and healthy. But no one knows about getting your eyes checked every year. Now, it could be insurance policies because everyone thinks, oh, I need to have a vision plan in order to get my eyes checked. That's not always the case. Sometimes you can do it with just
A private pay.
a private pay, exactly.
And glaucoma too, right? At a certain age, don't you have to get that like puff of something in your eyes?
You should get your eye pressure checked honestly every year because that is one of the high eye pressure is a risk factor for
hiding.
glaucoma.
Okay.
But there's a lot of things that can happen to the eye that you won't notice that can be asymptomatic. Glaucoma being one of them. It's kind of called like the silent eye killer. Like it can change your vision irreversibly and you don't feel it.
Okay. What made you decide to go into this line of work?
Well, my father is actually an optician, so he makes glasses. So I always used to go to work with him sometimes, and I used to see the eye doctor there. And I just absolutely love the job. I love what eyesight does. I mean, I feel like sometimes some people maybe take it for granted about what our vision is.
I think we all at times could be taking it for granted.
So
you know?
I love helping people see better. And I have a lot of people that come in, eye strain, eye fatigue. I mean, in the world that we live in, it's a completely digital world, behind the computer, the phone. And then when I get them in the right prescription, they come back, my symptoms are gone. It's amazing to hear that. I love it.
I love that too for you. So now your dad and you been able to consult on certain clients together, certain patients?
We actually have an optical and medical optometry practice together in Park Slope.
Congratulations.
thank
So he must
you.
be so proud of you, and you're probably proud of him. And
I love that we are able to have this together. It's nice because some people are like, what is it like working with your dad? And I'm like, You know, it's nice because we still have like the boundaries of like, you know, business kind of partner, like, you know, employee, employer. But also at the end of the day, we can have like, you know, a little more of a more connection because
Yes.
he's my father.
It's like, let's go to dinner or something. Or like,
Exactly.
we'll see you on the weekend.
I know.
That's so great. One of the things too about children, I think, is when you're made fun of, in Four Eyes, when you're like a kid. A lot of times, it gives you a stigma where you might not want to go to see the eye doctor anymore.
Honestly, I was one of those children. I had to wear glasses from a very young age, starting in the 3rd grade. I was nearsighted, so I could not see far away, but had no issues up close. And unfortunately, nearsightedness is now becoming an epidemic.
Okay.
In different countries, specifically in Asian countries like China, they have a myopia epidemic of 80–90% of the population cannot see far and has to wear glasses. And the thing is, people think, okay, so what's the big deal? You wear glasses. Yes, there's a stigma. You can wear contact lenses. So what's the big deal? When you're nearsighted, what's actually happening is your eyeball is growing longer.
Interesting.
So think about a balloon. As you
Okay.
blow up a balloon, it gets bigger and
stretches
bigger
out.
and thins, right? Because at one point, the balloon will pop because it got so thin the tissue can't continue stretching. That's what happens to the eye. Now, the eye won't pop, but there are areas of
Good to know, Dr. Amanda.
There are areas of thinning
Okay.
that happen when the eyeball keeps growing longer and longer.
Okay.
And that's a big issue for our children nowadays. I mean, now, ever since COVID, things have gone more electronic. Now at school, kids are on their computers and iPads. What happened to black chalkboards?
Okay.
So I'm seeing so many children that are progressing extremely, extremely fast. They were -1. 6 months later, -2. 3 months later, 2.5. I mean, it just keeps going up and up and up.
I was looking at my son's contact lens prescription the other day. He goes, "Oh, I must have left my lenses at Dad's or whatever." And I said, "Oh, I looked, and his is worse than mine. His vision is worse than my vision.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I'm going to ask. That's a good thing. We should limit our time in front of those types of things."
Absolutely.
Dr. Amanda, I thank you so much. I can see you very clearly now. And I will make sure to have a protocol. I will polish up my glasses. First of all, I'll make sure that my glasses are still the right prescription because I'm going to go get my eyesight checked.
Perfect.
Deal?
Perfect.
Thank
you.
so much for
Thank you.
being here. We care about you and your beautiful eyes. So please go get your eyes checked out. I'm going to go get mine checked out maybe 2 weeks from now. Okay. I'm going to put a date on the calendar, and I hope you'll do it as well. Thanks.